Good afternoon. Hope your weekend is doing well for you. You are doing well this weekend so far. I think for today, Saturday in some places, probably Sunday in some others, I'm going to take another look at 30XDX. Or 30XX, I guess. Not quite sure how you pronounce that. This is a game developed by Battery Staple Games, still in early access, so it's still being updated. It is a sequel to a game called 20XX, and as you might infer from the titles and maybe the aesthetic and the way the logo looks, this is a game that draws heavy inspiration from the Mega Man X series. So in this case, this game and its predecessor taken form of roguelites. Yeah, it's been a while since I last picked it up, and I've been following the updates I've seen they did. It's just a substantial number of changes and additions. I saw they have like new weapons, a couple new mechanics that you can encounter during runs. Yeah, it's been shaken up a lot. Let's see everything they've adjusted. Ah, wow. So right off, I can see they changed the co-op portal. It's way different. Still have our two characters here. Just in case its inspiration wasn't worn out sleeve enough. Have your two characters, Nina, very obviously Mega Man X. Ace here, very, very clearly Zero. Wanted to change it. I wonder if they had this in before. Well, one of the things Dave. Oh wow, dialogue. You lit the beacon. Interesting. I've always wondered whether or not you were real. The trader considers you. Relationship with the trader has improved. No matter real or not, you've got Memoria, and I've got a surplus of logs. Oh my, that doesn't feel all that important anymore, does it? You can consider me a friend. After all, you have what I want, and I have what you want. Braving Memoria, my logs will join you on your next mission. That's all friendships are anyway. Mutual benefits given a cushy name. Man, gotta suck to go through life thinking everything has to be transactional, or everything exists just to be transactional. Something, power of friendship, true friends, nakama, what have you. Not sure if this was in the first time around I played it, but yeah, now they got your little jump start where you can trade in your currency, your Memoria, to perhaps grab a couple Augs before the start of a run. So I think I'll pick up some of these. The ones that don't have trade-offs, I'll definitely get. I wonder if you have anything to say. Welcome back. Another successful sojourn, I assume. Yeah, Sojourn's been super successful. I hear lots of people calling for her to be nerfed. Leaderboards. Yeah, the challenges were here before. If there's anything new on top. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Trying to find one character in particular. I wonder if I'll find them around. Probably. Okay, like that. It's a pretty extensive hub. Or I am not sure. Wouldn't surprise me if they hid some secrets here in the later builds. I like have barely enough time to platform my way over there. I think I have to figure out the timing some more. Okay. Screw it. I'm not here to explore the hub for 30 minutes. I gotta go play some 30XX, 30XDX. Ooh, Seed Racer and Rush Job. Oh, the Boss Rush. Seed Racer. Huh. Guess that's like a multiplayer, indirect multiplayer sort. So anyways, let's just get started. I got my Augs. We're gonna embark on this journey and see what is different now. So one of the updates I saw added a bunch of beams for Nina. They said they were like over a dozen of them, so now she has like a lot of options to kind of improve her little pew pew. Like a retro fork. Oh wow. So is there any way to... Got to change the settings. I want to see if I can turn off this rapid fire, perhaps. Controls. There. Advanced options. That's just auto charge. It seems like they changed Nina to have more like a burst type, rather than just, you know, press the button once and fire the one shot. I guess it helps for accessibility because you don't have to press like repeatedly to get all your shots out. Now you also have to press it every now and then, and you'll get a lot of them out. You can at least appreciate the change on conceptually. I wonder if I should swing on back. Drop down this hole here. Usually secrets. Not this time, though. Congratulations, I played myself. I didn't lose anything from it, though, so... nothing too bad. We got some lore. Thankfully, the lore sticks around, so... it's gonna move on. Wow. That... I don't think this background was here before. That's kind of cool looking. Man, reminds me of Mega Man X4 in that cyberspace level. You had to fight like the cyber peacock. Although in this case you don't have to do many time trials to get any. Hey, this is a new one I read about too. This guy appears and issues challenges to you. Hey kid, name's Delta. No need to introduce yourself, everyone knows who you are. Variety's the spice of life, right? Wrong. Variety's the spice of death. I think that was like an actual tagline for a game back in the day on the PS2. Forget the name, but it amused me. Spice is the spice of life. Challenge is the spice of life. Okay, that works too. Best victories are the ones that bite back a bit, so I'm here to help bite. So you mean you're gonna issue a challenge? Offer you glory! But I know sometimes that's not enough, so along with your heaping tablespoon of glory, I also give you a reward. And glory in battle and grow fat on the Augs of the land. I like how glory is kind of animated. You can imagine him just really emphasizing that, just glory! Or whatever else I happen to offer you. Got it. Accept mighty challenges, win glory and powerful rewards, I guess. Well, what'll it be? Oh, wow. You are haunted this level. If you succeed, gain 3 rerolls. Eh. I think I read about this, where you can accept a challenge that will make the rest of the level a little harder, and if you win, you get the reward. But I actually don't find myself using rerolls all that much, so maybe I'll turn this one down. If you offered me like 10 extra HP or something, I would have considered, but not this time. Oh, I can't even enter this one anymore unless I accept a challenge, I suppose. Wow. What's down here? Fun thing about these games, they always like to hide secrets in areas you would normally think you would be discouraged to go through. Alright. Well, what will it be? Yeah, sure, let's do it. Ooh. That's how that works. Huh. Little mini crystals. There's like mini bosses in the other game. Oh, wow. Okay. Huh. I do like how this guy just telegraphs his stuff. So you kind of know what he's gonna get at you. Wow, this guy kind of hits like this guy hits pretty hard. Took out almost half of my health. Not sure. Did that get me anything? Oh, I do have more rerolls, so that's. I thought that would have been a stipulation that applied for like the rest of the level and not just that particular challenge. Or maybe I took care of the little mini boss that was supposed to haunt me. Just like mowed it right up. That mini boss used to be a lot harder to defeat. Like I remember one update specifically said, yeah, we reduced the amount of health that mini boss has, so thankfully it's not as much of a threat anymore. I'm gonna pick up CP. CP is usually really hard to come by and it really comes in handy. I've only had upwards firing weapons. Oh right, I do have reverse forculator. It's time for the forculator. It's time for the forculator. These are my favorite enemies to fight because they usually have good stuff dropping when you defeat them. It's like they're playing Snake, but you are the obstacle this time. They turned that frown upside down. I wonder if that was intentional. Oh wait, that one went right. Okay. Or left. It went left. I know my directions, I swear. Let me go here. Yeah, let's do it. Take a hit and... oh, hey, there we go. There's our proper glory zone I've been waiting for. I have to minimize the amount of damage I take for maximum rewards, so let's see what this area has. Ooh. Good thing I don't get hurt if I get caught in those little flippy... the blinking platforms. Look pretty quickly, so you have to be on your toes. Thankfully, you know where they're coming, unlike Mega Man. Although 20XX had it better because they even had a timer showing you just how much time there was until it disappeared or came back. In any case, we made it to the end without any damage, so now we can pick an AUG. Usually, the first two are like armor cores, and the last one is just a bonus AUG. Might be useful, might not be useful. I guess that's to make not getting gold not feel as bad. Silver is usually attainable, but thankfully bronze is just, yeah, if you finish it, you'll at least get something out of it. In this case, I think... I don't like this one. Dashing fire is a powerful blast. It's not as useful, but the set it's attached to is pretty useful, so I might have to pick it up anyway. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh yeah, right into it. I love it that the blocks just deal damage to the enemies, right into them. Like good ending, good Mega Man X title, and once you get to the end, you face the boss. And the boss gets a little splash screen showing you what they are. This one, thankfully, is extremely manageable. Ooh, man. Yeah. Sometimes it can be hard to hear the little sound that plays to signal like when they're about to shoot all the sparks at you. You have to be really keep an ear on that. This might be like the easiest boss so far because much of its difficulty comes from little drones that are around it, and if you manage to destroy that in time, all it's left with is just floating around the arena. Or you're free to just, you know, pump some plasma shots into it. That said, if you don't destroy all the drones before a certain HP threshold, then it'll put up like a anti-projectile field, so it'll force you to get up close if you want to actually hurt it anymore. So there's a very good reason you want to go and destroy the drones before you actually destroy Legacy itself. Also, like any good Mega Man X-like, you can get weapons upon defeating an enemy, so this game calls them powers. There are other things you can get too instead of powers, but they're usually not available in the first level. And unlike Mega Man X, you don't get to pick, you don't get to like freely pick your next stage if you're doing classic mode, the standard mode. You instead get a choice of up to 3 depending on how much you've invested into a certain upgrade. So I think in this case, I actually want to take on Capital Punishment of Dystria, because the way the levels work is that they kind of have like a difficulty setting, and the later you go into a stage, the higher the difficulty becomes. So this particular level on high difficulties is really, really hard, so I like to try to take it out early when I can. And you're back, Delta. Let's see what you got. Yep. Oh boy, are you gonna go through your spiel each time? Yeah. Alright, come on, give me a challenge. Taking damage this level locks attacks and powers for 3 seconds. Oh my god. At level's end, gain this AUG, 7-leaf clover, enemies drop more everything. Okay, wow. So basically don't get hit, because if you do, it's gonna spiral. Well, let's see how that goes. Yes, you can do this! It's also early on, so let me tell you, the harder version of these enemies have really tricky patterns. At least we're uh-oh. There we go, I think. Yep, jammed. Yeah, so in addition to like, you know, having more difficult level layouts, the enemies also become like upgraded versions of themselves. That usually means they hit harder, maybe have different attack patterns or more projectiles, things like that. Ooh, I have a purple chest up there. I should probably get that. I think this background is new also. That's... Man, they definitely did a glow up with the art. Ooh. It's temporary. I don't like temporary benefits. Can I salvage? How do I... Ah, right. Why to salvage? I'll take the nuts, thanks. Yeah, once you get a certain upgrade, you can just salvage Augs you don't want on the field, and they'll compensate you for something. Sometimes it's nuts, sometimes they'll give you HP or an energy upgrade. Very rare instances, they'll give you CP. Hey, I know this puzzle. Oh, I gotta find a spot where you're not gonna get crushed. Thankfully, getting crushed in this game is not an instant kill. It just teleports you back to like the nearest safe spot. Normally, there's a modifier you can activate that will insta kill you if you like run into a stage hazard, just like classic Mega Man. All right, another don't take damage challenge. So if I take 0 damage, I can get myself a better choice of rewards. Wow, what is that? What is that guy trying to do? Just trying to intimidate? Were they trying to intimidate me? Just trying to shimmy their way up like they were West Side Shark or something? Or is it a jet? Jets and sharks. Alright. Sage Beam, charge shots activate power 1 at minus 15 energy cost instead of firing. Orbital Barrier, I like this one. An occasional projectile blocker is nice, max energy plus 20. That's a gold reward. Eh, well that's RNG for you. I guess if I got hit once, it would have been the end of the world, thankfully. Ah. I think those X/Crossfires also got projectile update. This is, like, pretty neat. Oh my god. Okay, that's a cool background right there. Wow. This place is looking more like a dilapidated industrial factory, producing some sort of arbitrary, sinister thing, I'm sure. This is probably why I need to read the lore, I'm sure. The files explain it to some degree. Alright. Hey, Molecular Shadow Fox! Alright, another no damage glory zone. Let's see what this has in store for me. Oh, is it a platforming challenge? If that's it, then this should be no problem. Whee! Springing around. Oh, I guess I should have held right. How are you? I'm good. I'm doing well. Week's been pretty busy. Got introduced some new things. I'm getting the hang of it. How are you? Ooh, yeah. Some good bounding. Let's see what I can pick up here. Ah, attack kills might restore health. Definitely take that one. So the armor cores are like, think of them like the armor parts from Mega Man X. They give you some passive benefits. See, glad it's the weekend. Been on night shift all week. Oh man. Yeah, it's nice to get a reprieve from that, I imagine. Something about night shift just gets super tiring. Ah, see, there's my Guardian repro at work. Alright, mini-boss time. Oh no, it's a fuel canister hurler. I got hit. Right. Yeah, there's gotta be something better they can do with those fuel canisters than just chuck them at me. Oh, driver's dead. Now it's gone rogue. Ah, got jammed again. Someone's gotta do it. Yeah, that's true. Ooh, Huck boulders when you're full life, or plus 5 core points. This is gonna be a bit of a choice. I wish I'd gotten that repro booster AUG earlier. Now we'll just go with this. It's a little extra DPS, and then boulder really hurts if you can pull it off. Is this a Mega Man clone or something? Yeah, this is 30XX. It's like a Mega Man X roguelite. This is actually like a sequel to another game called 20XX. Wow, a second combat area, sure. As well. Let's see if I can get through without getting hurt. I have to remember I can negate some projectiles. So yeah, it wears its inspiration pretty readily on its sleeve. You know, right down to the protagonist being, you know, legally distinct clones of 0 and X. Can't go wrong with a classic-looking platformer. Yeah! This pixel art style reminds me so much of the PlayStation Mega Man X games, and it's, like, pretty awesome. The plasma beam. Charged shots pierce enemies and leave behind a damaging zone. Again, if the Mega Man X inspiration was not apparent, you got things like this. And remember plasma beam from X4 and X5 doing that, and it was like pretty rad looking. You can get that or a reflap. Then again, flaps are like pretty easy to manage, so maybe I'll just go for a plasma beam. Oh, yeah, that was kind of cool. That was cool looking. Guessing from the way it looks, it also negates projectiles? There we go. Some more nuts. It's got that turrican feel. Yeah, it kind of does. Alright. Once again, we find ourselves on the precipice of a boss. We are at a scrap recycler, which is a shop, so now I can spend my nuts on things that I want. Extra power. Ooh, this one's 50% off. I could perhaps pick that up, but I want to perhaps get that from our blockers. Generative plating. I don't know about that. Seriously, how do you find these games that have great music? I don't know. I think I just luck out with the music. I have to admit that sometimes music can be a draw for me to a game, right? If I listen to a track and think it's like really rad, it might be likely to check out a game. But no, this is the composer for this one, City Fires. They managed to kind of mix that retro feel and put in a bit of a contemporary spin to it as well. So this fella knows how to utilize their retro sounds. I think I actually salvaged this one for 3 core points. Alright. Rather like that soundtrack to that Horizon car game you played. Oh yeah, Horizon Zero Chase. Also has that sort of very classic feel to it. Classic but modern. Hi Gale, hi History Knot. Now we're gonna take on capital punishment. Little do they know, I will be the one who be dealing capital punishment to them. Okay, I assume that fist there was a glitch. Mega Man clone, yeah, this is 30XX. It's like a Mega Man X roguelite. It's actually a well done one. Definitely feels tight and responsive. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask, right? If you came in later, then it's worth asking. I have to assume the delayed fist is intentional. Can't be a glitch. This is their way of mixing things up. There we go. Yep, and just as Delta promised, an AUG at the end of the level for completing it with the stipulation. So now we get this. I'm gonna rearrange my powers here a little bit. There we go. I got the homing shot in that. Projectile negator on my bumper. Where do I want to go next? Zen Primus has a weapon that I like, so I'll go to his stage next. Here we are at the Burning Temple. Look at that. Look at those Torii gates in the background. This funky shrine. This music is like an absolute bop. Definitely something you could bob your head to. This plasma beam is really doing wonders. Like, you smack into it, you kind of shut him down super hard. Oh, fell down. All right, another no damage glory zone. All right, that said, I vastly prefer them to. Dang it! All right, there goes the gold award. Or soundtrack I'm gonna have to look up thanks to you. Yeah. Probably I think City Fires has a playlist on YouTube if you want to check it out there. But it's good. It's real good. All right. I think I have. I guess I didn't. Did I? I thought I picked up the charge magnet. Fog. Yeah. I guess not. Alright. No more hits. Otherwise, I lose out on the silver. Whew, alright. Let's see what I get. Huh. So I miss out on the chrono pointer, but I do get my choice of these two core augs here. Do that one. So now I have an air dash, so I can dash in midair. It'll come in handy. I guess one of the changes I do like from the Mega Man games is that, well, like Mega Man, your weapons usage is limited by the amount of energy you have, but unlike Mega Man, where your energy was you could only restore energy by like certain pickups. Hold on, I don't think they had the music change when you faced off the mini boss. This is kind of cool. But anyways, in 30XX, you can also restore your energy by killing enemies or getting health pickups, so you're rarely in a position where you're going to have like a lot of health but no energy, or vice versa. That's like pretty cool. There we go, another mini boss defeated. Took a number on me though, down to half health. See what I can get. We'll do Band of Might this time, because it's a core attack boost, so my Buster Shots now do more damage. Oh, that plenty of health restoration here. Cool. Very safe laboratory. So this one's coming back from the first game, where you get these guys over here who will give you I think they're called like experimental augs. I see you can get the deluxe edition plus the OST on Steam in one bundle. Yeah. So they used to be like a lot more severe, but I think in one specific update they scaled them back. So now you get things like -2 max HP and plus 40 energy after each level, which, you know, is still significant, but it's not going to be devastating until after a while. Imagine if I took this and came all the way to the last level, I'll be like a 1 hit point wonder, but I'll have tons of energy. But I'm going to pass on that one because I'm not very good at dodging. Okay, so the charge shot doesn't block projectiles like I thought. That's probably like a placeholder sprite until they can get like a proper plasma remnant. Okay, how to get past this? That probably works. Yeah, there we go. Sadly, I'll have to pass on that giant nut. Ooh. So with repros, usually, if you get like a copy of a repro, it will just upgrade the one you have currently. Ah, thanks for the follow, Nulla Null. Yeah, it's only with certain repros like the Orbital Guardian that have multiples out, right? When it would functionally make sense. So, like, you know, the Orbital Guardian getting more copies makes sense when you upgrade it because of the way it works. The boulder chucking one works as just, you know, just a straight upgrade to the one you have currently. Believe you me, these boulders get absurd. They see how much health they're taking out of Zen Primus here. Old Gorilla Ryu's got nothing on my Buster shots. Now he goes to he literally turns red. He literally turns red. Not that it does much, because wow. Boulder chucking for the win. So I got bonus Memoria because that was a flawless victory. So after a couple of levels, they start offering alternatives. So instead of picking up a power, if you don't want to do that, you can either pick up an upgrade to the power you already have, or you can just get nuts. In this case, I want to get this because this power is cool. It's an upwards firing fireball. Since Nina can't fire up normally, this will cover me in certain situations. Let's see, I think I want to go next. Probably Water Grab. Water Grab gets pretty hairy on higher difficulty, so I want to get this out of the way. Also, might have my favorite tunes in the series. Come in handy for anti-air. Absolutely, yes. Primary reason for picking it up. These poor fish on the ground, flopping around. They got nowhere to go, but once they're in water, they're a lot more fearsome. Look at them, trying to come after me. Oh, wow. Okay. I really like that sound muting they had for when you were in the water. That was a pretty cool effect. I don't think they had that in before, but that's a real nice touch. The dampening effect was really cool. I wish I had like a double jump hog or something. Yeah, this tune here is like super funky. +1 speed now in every level. Yes, please. We are in stage 4, right? Stage 4? Yeah, we're on stage 4, so we'll squeeze some benefit out of that AUG. Ah, man. That's a really cool effect. So yeah, the gimmick of this level, as you might infer from the title name being Water Grab, it's got water, it's got gravity. So they've got sections where you're underwater, which will behave like water sections in other games, and gravity, which will flip switches, sometimes flip you, and affect the level in certain ways, like mine placement or perhaps the direction you're facing, things like that. There's got to be something up there, right? That's why they would leave it like that. Fortunately, the switch placement... Oh. If it's a great chest, maybe I can pass. Bet whatever was in that chest was sour anyway. I gotta go fight Robo Frog here. Thankfully, not too bad, as long as you know to how to evade the projectiles and destroy the lackeys. There we go. Let's see what I can get here. Dashing builds momentum, or even more speed. Gotta go fast. I think I will go with... I'll go with Unstoppable Force. So... do you choose a stage at the title screen like the Mega Man series? Well, there's two modes to the game, so the mode I'm playing, you don't do that, but they do have another modes like Mega Mode that structures it more like a classic Mega Man style game where you can choose the stage you go in and have like a hub that you can come back and get upgrades and stuff. And so yeah, this is basically like the speed booster from Metroid. You dash for long enough and then you become like a linebacker, kind of just rushing forward and plowing everything in its path. I might have read somewhere that they changed all the glory zones to just be like damage limit, which is fine by me. Having to speed through a level and inadvertently take tons of damage in the meantime does not feel great. The old saying goes, slow and steady wins the race. Look at that, another one cleared. Let's see. Releasing a full charge activates attacking repros, or charge shots vaporize enemy shots. Maybe I'll get this one. Shot Eraser. So my charge attacks become even more potent. Hell, those poor fish. Never stood a chance. They were just there to be a shooting gallery. Man, I wonder if this is what fish feel like when you tap the aquarium. You just hear that really, really loud thump. That's why people tell you, please don't tap the aquarium. It really, really affects the fish. Like, I remember Finding Nemo, that particular scene where, like, Nemo was, like, in the dentist office, and he was, like, in the fish tank, and that girl taps the fish tank, and you kind of see it from the fish's perspective, like that really, really loud thump, and like Nemo recoils like super hard, and like, ow, man, is that what that feels like? Whew. All right. Let's see if I can get around that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, 2 nuts. That was, believe me, when I go to a shop and I have just enough nuts to get an AUG, I will think back to that chest and be like, yes, it was totally worth getting that chest. Just you wait. Just you wait. I got even more AUGs to pick from. Let's see what we got. Don't need HP. Not a fan of that. This one might be useful, because stage hazards are fairly plentiful at some levels. I do have enough nuts for one of the 35 upgrades, so yeah, I'll get this one. Alright, it's time to face off against Experiment 9. This boss is like one of the more intense ones because, as you can see, there's a lot of flipping up and down, so you gotta reorient yourself a lot, and Experiment 9 loves throwing out projectiles, like even more so than some other bosses. Oof, and I am really botching this one. Uh-oh. Oh, now it's dashing around. Gotta remember I have this projectile negator. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a good thing I had the Orbital Guardian there. You finished playing that game with the Athletic Elephant? Yeah, I did. I managed to beat it. Beat it same day. Took a bit, but, you know, I figured out the final boss. And, saved the island. Oh, he's going back. He's going back. Ah, there we go. Just listen to this victory theme. I had to go back and watch that because I had to go and miss the end. Yeah. Alright. But this victory theme, though, it's so joyous. It might be my favorite one. Missed it entirely. Well, the VOD should still be up, so yeah, you can go check it out. See how Tembo goes saves the day. Tembo was really cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it overall. Sure, difficulty spiked at the end there, but I think for the most part it was a pretty fun ride. So, Experiment 9's power is to just create a temporary drone. Not too much of a fan of it because Tembo was the elephant's name? Yeah, Tembo was the elephant's name. Let's see, defend abilities reflect instead. I might get this one actually instead of the drone. Alright, where to go next? Actually want to take on Clock Zone because I do have the particular power I need to easily handle this stage here. Oh, you again. Sounds African. Glory calls, hero! Taking damage costs you 10 nuts this level, at levels end gain 3 rerolls. Nope. I don't use rerolls enough to justify that kind of challenge. Sorry, Delta, not this time. I have here, yep, bonus damage for repros. The one thing I like about the 20XX and 30XX is that the way they scale difficulty is kind of more on at least early on, it's more skill-based, right? They make the platforming sections a bit trickier, they add enemies with different patterns, maybe rearrange them. You know, it's not just a case of, hey, we'll give the enemies more health and bigger damage, at least to start, so I kind of appreciate the way they scale up the difficulty for this series. That's why I like the 20XX so much, and why I kept 30XX on my radar. Alright, that was my first hazard protection. For a moment there, I thought that was a Discord call, but I realized that I think that was like one of the things in 30XX procking. Because I have the one core AUG that sometimes restores health when I get an attack kill, so this is the mini-boss of this level. Rather uniquely, instead of fighting it directly, you're kind of racing your way across a elongated segment while this boss chucks gears at you. And this music has kind of a steady beat to it, which feels appropriate for like a Clockwork themed level. Also gears everywhere. I feel like if you said this was a Castlevania level, I would probably believe you. Alright, and there's the end there. So instead of shooting it, you just instead lead it to a wrecking ball, and the wrecking ball takes it out. The hazard comes in like a wrecking ball and destroys it. This reminds me of the cloud in Super Mario. Yeah, it's like the little Lakitu, right? The Lakitu that throws the spinies at you. Except at least in this game, the gears don't persist on the ground. This background is definitely giving me the Castlevania Darkstalkers vibes. Yeah, it does. It's a bit of a gothic feel to it. Boots Hourglass. Broken piece of something greater, kind of like you, really. Or I could get core points or all stats up. That said, I'm kind of curious about this. I want to pick it up and... ERRSTR. One of the great mysteries of this game, I suppose. Imagine there must be other Augs out there that I have to pick up along with it, and once I get the complete set, I get like a super bonus. That's one franchise I really miss. Yeah. Darkstalkers, man. Wish something came out of Resurrection, but I guess it was not meant to be. Put in all that effort for those HD remakes. And, can you still get them? Be a bummer if you couldn't. Go. Alright, to the Glory Zone. Okay, I have to assume they took out the time limits, which, you know what? That's fine. I'm cool with that. I prefer just a more methodical challenge you can do at your own pace instead of having to rush and take a billion hits and potentially screw yourself over for the rest of the run because you wanted to get that reward at the end of the Glory Zone. Alright, let's see if, there was enough clearance for the fireball to come back down. Very nice. Ba-boom. That was almost a cool moment there. Almost caught it in midair. Oh well. I can do without. Ooh, which one do I want? Oxjack's Fury or Draco Serpent's Claw. Either faster charge or a bigger charge. What do I want? I think I'll go with faster charge since I have... so you see core added to inventory, so it's a good chance to... Now the Augs you can hold is limited by your core points. Now I have to pick and choose which ones I want. Kind of hang on to the health restoring one for now. The shot eraser. I do like the music kind of takes that distant sound effect when you enter the pause menu as well. It's like, all right, I gotta duck out of the main room real quick to make some adjustments. Give me a break. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Auto combo. I can turn that off. That's real cool. Retro Fork is just 1 point. Oh, maybe I'll take out Oxjack's Ken, actually. I'll only put it back on if I can find the last Oxjack Aug core. So yeah, for Nina, CP is especially important because she also has all those beams that also take up CP, so you might not be able to equip as many core Augs if you want like a lot of beam powers. I think I can reach the upper chest if I go on the upper platform, so we'll go down here. Oh, no, don't want to go down too far. I just realized too late that the little whirly gig goes right into the lava, so that's not an option. I can't swing my way around. I gotta platform. Ah, alright. And let's wait for that to swing back. Tick-tock goes the spiked ball clock. Man. Alright. Wow, health I can't even use. That was totally worth the trip. As my parents would say, at least now you know what's in it. Alright. 47 nuts. I could probably get something from the shop here. The recycler. Armor capsules worth 1 more. I don't know about that. Can't pick that up, sadly. This one. I like how you can salvage it for 15 nuts, but it costs you 35 to pick up, so if you end up salvaging it, you're gonna pay 20 nuts to just salvage. You're just burning money there. It's amusing. Let's see, nuts can be spent as energy, not sure about that. I'm not sure if I need additional energy. I could probably take powers, deal more damage. Yeah, I'll take this one, actually. Makes my fireballs hit a little harder. So this one is a fun boss. I put fun in quotations. Lethal tempo. So 4 gears in one. You can see there are 4 separate life bars, so they'll take their turns shooting at you. Usually try to take the top one out first, since it's a little more challenging to get to. Alright, when are they gonna shoot their lasers? Ah, there we go. Oh, okay. The bottom one's destroyed, so that's why it's not doing anything. Alright, we're just gonna wait for this to swing around and then fight the top one. Probably mind my hit points. Oh my god, I'm getting like Hades flashbacks. Anyway, I'm just bouncing the projectiles back at the boss here. Oh no. So that's one of the other upgrades I have. It's like a re-beginner. Or an EX tank. So at the start of a run, it starts out empty, but you can pick up health for it. And if you run out of health, then it will... and if you run out of health, it'll refill your health up by how much it's been filled. Let's see, HP is converted to energy as needed. Ooh, I don't know about that one. I like the aiming gear, actually, so... this is one of... this is like Nina's special gimmick. She can combine her weapons together and get one that results in like a combination of the two. So this is like a combination of the jagged bolt and aiming gear. So normally the jagged bolt looks like that. The aiming gear looks like this. You saw when you combine it together, you get like a 3-way shot. It used to be that depending on like how you combine them, you would get like a different set of powers, but I think they updated that some time ago, so now it's like if you combine 2 powers, you will get like a specific combined power out of them. I think they said it was to try to like make each combination more unique and make them all viable in a way, so it's pretty cool. You ever see the Darkstalkers anime? I have not, actually. Yeah, I didn't even realize there was a Darkstalkers anime. Guess I'll look that up. I imagine it's got to be like a pretty old one now. Where do I want to go next? Oh, I'll take on Absolution in Umbra? Oh, it's you again. First we'll take out these folks. Glory calls, hero! Enemies deal more damage, but if I survive to the end of the level, I can get a Resonant Buster. You know what? Maybe I'll take this one on. Let's do it. Yeah, you can do this. Doesn't cost me any money. It'll just cost me my life. 1997. Woo! Okay. At least I can now have an idea what kind of aesthetic to expect. No! The token. Alas, I have to let it go. So yeah, one of this level's gimmicks are those platforms that kind of switch between appearing and not appearing when you step on them, and then they also have this one here that's similar, except you hit a switch and it kind of fades in and out that way. The other thing I like that what this game does is it usually tries to put in a section that lets you get a preview of the level's mechanics before they start throwing them at you for real. You can at least get a feel for them. I like it when games do that. I think it's referred to on TV trips as an antipiece. It's like a segment of a level that lets you get a feel for some of the level's gimmicks before they start throwing them at you for real. That's where, oops, dropped too far, and I did it again. Thank goodness I had my hazard protection there. I do like when you hit something now, you get that really loud thump and a slight screen shake. So this mini-boss, pretty fun, just they throw spikes, they dash around, throw spikes. Fun thing is if you manage to get them to hit their own spikes, they'll become stunned for a bit. And you can wail on them for a little bit. Ah, dang, let them hit me. Alright, what do I want to pick up? Actually, I want to get a core extender. Let's see. Ah, yes, that'll allow me to put on the other Oxjack part for now. Oxjack part. Ah, whew. I almost went too fast there. Oh my god, I'm going so fast. Ah, fuck! Oh, this ain't good. Okay, better. Hopefully I can find some health restores soon. Okay. Now that laser shooter's out of the way. I should switch that to green. Nah, I'm okay. I'm okay for now. Ooh, there's a blue portal up there, so that one's pretty fun. Right. So this is a gauntlet. This is a different kind of bonus area. No stipulations, just a hallway full of enemies. You fight your way down it, and if you reach the end, there's a surprise awaiting in store. Ah, I was wondering when I'd encounter those preacher-type enemies. And there they are. Oops. Let myself get hit. And again... Uh-oh. Maybe that challenge was a mistake. I should have just pressed forward instead of trying to defeat that enemy while it was up. I could have dashed under it and just gone forward. Well, in any case, at the end of the gauntlet, you get to fight like a special mini-boss, and if you manage to defeat it, it drops an AUG that powers up like all core AUGs in a certain category. So it could like power up your feet AUGs, or it could power up your arm AUGs, or it could power up your head AUGs, or it could power up your body AUGs. That's the surprise I was waiting. Alright, well, like any roguelite, best you can do, just pick yourself up and try again. This guy's back here now. Alright, nice place you got here. Looks a little temporary, but hey, I don't judge. Yeah, so you're just hanging around now? Alright, with that. First things first, we can switch to this other character here. Ace, look at that, he's red, he looks cool. His weapon is like a beam saber. Sure reminds you of someone. Ooh, there we go. I like how they call it the Thrift Actuator. Very, very fancy name for discount coupon. Get that, and Deconstructors might definitely pick that up. And that, yeah, Bounding Blaster. Damage increased by 30% after a wall jump. Actually, that will come in handy a lot. And health plus 2, yep. Alright. It's time for an ace run. Oh boy. You're reduced to 1 current HP for each 3 HP sacrificed, gain 1 max HP. Wow, so this is a bit of a challenge. Okay, we're gonna drop you to 1. So you're gonna be like 1 step from death. But if you can get your way back up, you're gonna get yourself a good amount of extra HP. I may actually go for that, since this is like early on in the run, so... yeah, let's do it. So now we're up to 18. One hit away from death. What'll it be this time? Your weapon attacks this level deal 25% damage. Oh my god. Attacks when your health changes. The repro is useful though, but... nah, I can't do it. Not when I only have the sword. Alright, I gotta be real careful now. If I let anything even sneeze on me, it's curtains. There we go. And just like that, we're golden. Got ourselves a buttload of maximum HP. And we can actually take a few hits now. Still want to be careful though, because, you know, still very low HP, so want to try to not squander it. And this level kind of demands that you don't get hit anyway, so it tracks. Whew, alright. Let's see what our reward is here. Power kills might restore health. Immunity to knockback, or enemies drop more nuts. I might actually go with Owlhawk's Reign. As you might expect, a good number of Ace's powers are kind of free to use, so that part is a bit more useful for him. Early on in the game's early access life, Ace actually had like a completely different mechanic. Instead of energy, he had a style meter. It was like 2 pips, and it just basically dictated how often you could use your special attacks. But they changed that at some point, I guess, because, well, you're not really looking to do fancy combos. This isn't like a 2D Devil May Cry, fortunately. So style really doesn't matter too much. So they change Ace's gimmick out after that to be a power surge, where if you like double tapped power button, you could get like an enhanced version, but then they changed that as well, I guess. Because maybe they didn't feel like it was substantial enough, so now Ace has an energy meter, just like Nina. Which works well enough for him. They've done a good job. It looks like a fun game to play. Yeah, it looks great, it feels great. Definitely, if you played Mega Man, you'll be right at home with this, I think. Oh yeah, I guess Ace does have a skill, because he does start with a power that's kind of specific to the weapon he wields at the moment. Yeah, I guess that's like slight spoilers, but Ace does get to use more than just his whip saber here. He can use a variety of other armaments should he find them within a run. Dang it. Okay, wow. I'll let myself get womboed here. Should probably just race to the end, actually. I say as I do not race to the end. Ooh. Alright, good thing I picked that up. Pow! Right into the wrecking ball. Let's see what we got here. Charging magnet. Definitely take that. And the off chance the drop falls into like lava or spikes or something, I can just hold charge and have the drops come to me. It's pretty useful. Alright. We got 8 health now. Doing okay. Oh, this one's returning from 20XX. All attacking and powers disabled. Gain 1 of each repro. This is like the only I remember what they're called. They're called prototype Augs. Yeah, this is like the only one I ever bothered to try picking up, because the benefit you get was like 1 of every repro kind of outweighs, you know, not being able to do jack squat with anything else. But I think for the sake of this run, I'm going to skip that for now, because I want to show you all the cool stuff Ace can do. It's like a dead ringer for Zero. Whew, alright. Got him on a cross-up. What's in the shop? What's in the shop? Let's here. Trade power damage for energy. Eh, not a fan of that. More nuts, though. I'll gladly take that. Not enough money for this core Aug, sadly. +2 CP, yeah, we'll go with that. Leaves me with 9, so I have no more room, sadly. Oh yeah, you might have noticed already, but you know, another mark of a good Mega Man X clone. You hold your pose when you go through the door. You see that, Mega Man 11? You see that? This is what people love doing. So thankfully this is the really basic version of lethal tempo, so it's not as lethal. Probably still want to try to take on the top one anyway. Ow. Alright, top one's down. Probably let the bottom ones fire their lasers real quick. Ah, I got clipped by it. Alright, I gotta be real careful. I realize I have 4 HP, 3 HP, 2 HP, and a dream. Hang in there! +3 Memoria. And no health in the reserve tank either, so if I go down, that's it. So this is a pretty fun one. If you manage to latch onto a wall or an enemy, Ace just kind of quickly draws himself into it. It's like that one move Nero does in Devil May Cry. Where do I want to go next? Out of all of these, I would prefer Hoot Omega, actually, because the power he drops for Ace is useful. Oh boy, what do you want? Glory calls, hero! Enemies retaliate when slain, at level's end be restored to full health. Great, so if I deal with, like, death bullets, then I can get a full health restore. Then again, Ace is a close-range fighter, so death bullets are actually a lot more dangerous than they would normally be. So I think I will also skip that one. Alright. Takes care of that. Ooh. I think that one almost had my number. It's also nice because, you know, deal damage to the enemy you latch onto if you latch onto one. And you get a little leap up too, so it could help with platforming as well. You like need a little extra air, then you got that. Ooh, I should probably not do that. Not when I only have 3 health. 3 HP in a dream. So yeah, one of the gimmicks of this level are these squares in the background here will just let you jump off of them if you manage to cross them. Think of it like giving yourself an extra jump in midair. That's on top of these cloud platforms that you might have seen in the hub world. Now let's see what's down here. Oh, -2 HP and 20 nuts. So I picked this up in stage 2, which means I'll go all the way down to 6, provided I don't pick up any more health upgrades. And since most of the things are already empty, I might as well get it right. And they do get 20 nuts after every level, so maybe it'll let me afford some more Augs to help counteract the difference. I whiffed that attack and I almost got hit. I almost paid for that. So yeah, we're in the mini boss area for this zone now. Just to climb upwards. I went the wrong way. I had to go up here. So you have an upward section while little lightning bolts rain down on you. So I have to be extra careful since again I am at low health. No orbital guardians to defend my butt anymore. Yeah, we're gonna ignore that one. Oh. Is that what they changed it to? Huh. It used to be different. It used to be like an upside down owl. But now it's just like a little cannon that shoots lightning bolts in the air and rains down. That's actually kind of fitting. Pretty cool. I'm gonna get the Vital Crystal here because it was a big deal. It helped me a lot in the last run, even though I could not carry it the way through. Carry it all the way through. Slightly changed the graphics on that platform too. That's pretty cool. Man, this game is just looking more lively with each update, and I'm here for it. I think this game first came out in early access back in February of 2021, so it's been in development for a while. But you can tell they've been working on it. They're putting in their work. Definitely. Dang it! I should have been quicker there. But yeah, they're definitely making this pretty cool. I might actually get Draco Serpent's Pride. Especially since Ace is super reliant on his melee attack, so it just feels fitting to have a life drain proc chance ability. So since this is a roguelite, the levels are procedurally generated, but they do have like certain they have a overall layout to them. So like for example, High Vault does have special sections for just going forward sections, and then they have level sections specifically designated for the falling down segment that I was going through earlier. So I guess that's a roundabout way of saying if you're going through High Vault, you're always going to have, like, say, a drop-down section. If you're going through Penumbra, you're always going to have, like, say, an upwards climb section. What is this? Damage increased by 50% during a leg core activation. This would be useful if I had leg cores, but I'll pick this up for now in the off chance that I do get a leg core. Yeah, you gotta work on your leg cores, along with your body core and your arm core and your head core. Alright. Oh man, so this is that red token you saw earlier. This is what this goes towards. A slot machine that might potentially get you extra stuff. Sometimes it's health, sometimes it's nuts, sometimes it's a full-on AUG, sometimes it's nothing. That's why it's a slot machine after all. That's how we get to face off against Hoot Omega. Well, sort of. First we gotta chase it across the stage first. Wow, it rains down lightning and tornadoes on us. Dang it. Alright. Give a little number to it. Ah. Still have 4 health. Ooh, managed to avoid those tornadoes entirely. Love to see it. Said the stage does have an end to it, so, but usually at that point it's pretty close to death anyway, so it's really a coup de grace. So our next power, Raijin Call. So unlike Nina, Ace can just use all of his powers, which kind of makes sense when you think about it, because Zero was also able to use all his stuff. So they all get selected to a specific command. You can rearrange them if you want, but I think the default arrangement is pretty intuitive. So this one here, he gets just to call Lightning from the Heavens. Ah, I see they've implemented a maximum range to it too. Yes, that makes sense. We'll go to Zen Primus next. His power is probably my favorite among the powers you can get for Ace. Oh yeah, I forgot. That was one of the other things they put in for Ace. If you do the Raijin Call and have the lightning come in contact with him, this next charge attack will just shoot lightning out. That's like pretty cool. I do like they're trying to give like a little versatility to all this stuff, and oh no. I forgot the fireballs could go through walls. Man. Alright. Or maybe that's a new thing, I'm not quite sure. Maybe taking that prototype AUG at the start of the run was not the best idea. Science is in on this one. Or yeah, to bring the power you need to save us, or whatever it is you're doing. We got that. All of them, actually. Whew, I am burning through my Memoria super quick. Well, actually do another run as Ace since I kind of screwed up that Ace run there. Hey, Industria. You remember this place? Factory Land. Violence enhancer. Damage massively increased for everyone. Game just turns into a game of rocket tag, but I think I'm gonna get Armor Torch Momentum. So this is a leg core. Most of the leg cores usually revolve around like jump enhancements, so this one gives you a hover. Lets you perhaps cover some extra vertical ground if you need it. Or maybe lets you evade an attack on the ground too. Works both ways. I'm sure you're gonna keep going on the top. Let's wait for this platform to come back here. I'm beginning to think that might not have been worth it. I was hoping there would be like a chest on the other side or something. Alright. Better play it safe. Gladly. Aw, man. Well, there goes the gold prize, whatever that might have been. Alright, what did I miss out on? Ah, I could have used penance, actually. Ah, well. That's how it goes. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to take... I didn't want to take... Well, at least it's 10 nuts. I guess it's... Could have been worse. It could have been... nothing. But I could have... I was gonna take 2 health. My joystick twitched over a little too far and, selected salvage. Alright, let's see what's in this. A glory zone! Another play it safe. There's a very real chance I might not get through here unscathed. Unlike the other spot. Okay, this one might not be so bad. Especially here. Alright, we're good, we're good. Oh, I just realized. Wow, there's like a slight distortion when you reach the end there. That's pretty cool. Health pickups might grant armor or charging up boost your next attack. I might get this one. Make that initial hit a bit hardier. Oh, uh-oh. Ah, I couldn't get away in time. It's like a flock of seagulls. You try to run, you run so far away, but in the end, you can't get away. Driver's gone. Robot's gone rampant. We just defeat it. Just got a case of the rampancy. Time to decommission the robot. More lore. Yeah, so here would be another example of an antipiece. What you see. Oh, yes, there's going to be fuel canister droppers in the subsequent level. Here's how you get used to them. Dang it. Ah, missed out on another repro. Ah well. Looks like Ace is this run is going to be a solo run for Ace. Oh yeah, I have to remember that I can hover. Here we are. Ooh, look what's up here! Purple chest. Good thing I went up here. And 2 CP. That might come in handy if I pick up enough core augs as Ace. I'm gonna go down this way and see what's over here. Alright, so far so good. Ah, we're at the boss gate, boss door. Ah, what's this? Power kills instantly charge your weapons. Ooh. A little tempting. But I think I will go with maybe the thrift actuator. Alright, now get discounts later. Let's do it. Ooh, this one's discounted instantly. I think I will go with Vitality Scavenger. More health out in the field will come in handy. Alright, Capital Punishment. I've come back for a rematch. Okay, see, now this time the fists properly get into place and are not delayed. I wonder if that's like a boss-specific thing or not. Whew. I do like how you can knock the fuel canisters into Capital Punishment and we'll take damage that way. Nice little tactic. So like any good 2D Zero style hero, gets the downward attack. Slams the ground, also lets out little electric trait chasers. Now I think I will go for a rematch against Zen Primus. Since I don't have to face off against harder enemies this time, maybe this will be a better run. Oh, hey, it's you. Alright, what you got for Delta? Black Wind howls, it calls to you. Take a stupid risk. I am curious as to why the dialogue is so tongue-in-cheek in these games. It'll be fun. Pure Drive cores can't be used this level. At level's end, gain a resonant chest plate. You know what? Let's do it. Yeah, you can do this. All I had was the... Okay, all I had was the health restoring core and the hovering core. Hopefully that won't be too much of a hindrance for me. Probably be much more devastating if that came in a later level. these rolly spikes. Man, I feel like in a different game, those would be perfect horror enemies. You just imagine a spiked rolling ball just rolling towards you. That would be enough to freak me out, especially if it just like, you know, rolled towards you without any sort of indication that it was somehow sentient. Let's see, doubles Augs. Damage taken is permanent. No thank you. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of maximum HP reduction. That can happen on a whim, I should say. I like having recoverable damage, or recoverable segments of my health bar. Oh man, I do really like this transition to a more intense theme when you're getting chased by the big roller. Right. Alright. It launches fireballs. It's pretty much the entire attack pattern, but the frequency with which the fireballs comes out is what makes it a little difficult. As you can imagine, if you encounter it later, it shoots out even more fireballs, so it becomes real tricky. But I was able to take it out this time. Maybe I might actually get a reflap this time, since Ace isn't quite as dependent on energy. Ooh, nice of them to just drop a glory zone right in the middle of an area. With 2 health, bonus health even. Alright, let's see if I can at least go for silver. So there's a lot of projectile dodging, basically. One last enemy as a gotcha. You might get smacked by it. You lose out on enemies drop more nuts. I think I'm going to get Draco Serpent's Claw. Not just for the supercharge, but also for the enhanced basic attack. Thought Delta's challenge here was yeah, cores can't be used. Maybe they meant existing cores? Get up here so I can cut you. Dang it. Hopefully the gold prize is not something super important. Yeah, thankfully it's not. Edge wall. Block attacks to create a devastating disc. Or future stages mostly have very safe labs. I think I will go with a salvage for this one. Nothing over there. Alright. Swinging on back. Oh. I almost ran into those enemies. What's over here? Better be like a door to Narnia or something. You know what? Extra CP is also good. We're on our way to fight Zen Primus a second time. You're gonna pay for what you did to Nina. Fan of that. No discount there. Let me drop more armor, might be handy for Ace. These other Augs are quite doing it for me, so we'll get that one. Good luck, thank you. Alright, we are here to defeat Winston's cousin. I mean, this is like a what-if version of Winston. Like, what if Winston was an Omnic or something? I don't know. Yeah, now it's just a flurry of fireballs. I guess I pulled it off. Looks like Tembo's neighbor. So I get myself a body resonator, and I can go re-equip my other cores now. Or not yet, I guess. It'll come soon. What do we have here? Zen Ascent. Rise, Phoenix, rise. And, well, if you played enough 2D games to imagine what this is. Uppercut. Yep. This is Ace's upwards anti-air attack. Also gives him height, so you could use it like an extra jump if you perhaps need a little extra air. Pretty cool. I think, let's see, where do I want to go? What did Lethal Tempo have again? Oh, it was the grappling hook. Yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there and get that. Ah, you again. Well, what'll it be this time? Your weapon attacks this level deal 25% damage, but at the end you get a repro booster. That would be useful if I had repros. I don't think I could swing back around and get it after the fact, can I? Probably not, because I think there's like certain points of the level where doors close off and you're kind of locked off from the old parts of the level, so... But I don't think I can deal with weapons dealing just 25% damage. No sorry, these enemies are tanky enough as it is. I don't need to have to take longer to take them out. Ooh, good thing I went down the bottom path. Dang it, those gears stay on the ground. This would be a spot where it might be useful to have a grappling hook. Oh yeah, I forgot the Ace has the body resonator. Ah, if only I had the air dash. That shield would be immensely more useful that way. Alright. Ah, okay. So I'm pretty much locked to a bronze ward now. I'm not even gonna bother with that one. Just get this. Oxjack's Ken. I was gonna get that one anyway, so hooray, I guess. Based on the other prizes. Fortunately, lack of repros mean the middle one will not be useful, and I usually don't get the other Augs if I can get a core Aug instead. Those cores give you pretty useful abilities and passives. Whereas most other AUGs, you can usually find them other places in a run. There might be specific ones that you might want to prioritize over a core AUG, but most of the time, I will usually just go for a core AUG. Right, not for another race. Nice thing about Ace's uppercut is that it's free to use, so just use it whenever you need a little extra air or some sort of anti-air maneuver. Wow, I walked right into that one and somehow was not affected by it. It's okay, Wrecking Ball will finish it off. And again, this Zookeeper sigil comes back to haunt me, but I think I'm going to get Hoot's Hourglass. I am really curious as to what that will give me. Full HP after levels costs 1 nut per max HP. So the thing about this prototype AUG is that it just takes out the entire cost of an entire max HP. It doesn't matter how much HP you restore, it's always going to cost your max HP. So this one sounds like it would be useful, but the drawback is like severe enough that I usually don't pick it up. Just noticed it had like a slight distortion effect when you're like close to the edge in those lava/acid portions. That's pretty cool. Again, Battery Staple has been hard at work in updating this game, and I'm all for it. You can tell they want this to be as good as it can be. I really hope they'll be able to pull it all the way through and give us a product that's just a good play from beginning to end, because what they have here so far, it's pretty good. And here we are at a boss, another boss. Another shop even. You have to offer us. Another reflap, Nat, fan. 4 points plus 5. That said I'm swimming in core points, and I just realized I don't have these two equipped. Not swimming in core points anymore. Maybe I'll actually pick that up. Let's see, can't get that one. Potato battery. Yeah. Don't need that. I might get this one actually for even more CP. Just enough nuts for that. Alright, time to take on Lethal Tempo once again. Whew. You know, it used to be that the Memoria in like boss stages dropped down really slowly, so it would like drop out on the top and you would wait forever for it to drop. I guess they must have changed that to kind of address, you know, it was pretty much a pointless waste, a wait. So it just drops really quickly now. Zen Ascent marks enemies, increasing damage taken by the next power hit. But I like grappling hook. Say, who can say no to just being able to latch on the platforms and latching onto walls and enemies and just being able to style off of them? That's like pretty rad, right? Where do I want to go next? I think I got everything I pretty much need for utilities, so I'm pretty good as to where I want to go. I think I'll actually take on Water Grav before it gets any harder than it is currently. Ah, man, still can't get enough of that. Subdued that sort of a buffered sound. It's real good. Wow, just a attack booster. Thing in the chest. Super useful. Oh boy. Well, if it's just these folks, maybe this won't be so bad. Okay, maybe it will be. Because I can't destroy him with just one slash anymore. Oh, now it gets tricky. Oh, there's one more. There's one more. I remember I have these moves that I can use. Oh dear. You okay there, Ace? You okay there? I wonder how long this can go, actually. He's just falling forever. Too bad his damage doesn't go up. Oh, wow. They're just like, okay, we give up. You can just consider this finished. Oh. But you're penalized by not getting the higher rewards. Could have used Shopaholic, but you know what? Lara is a personal favorite weapon of mine. Kind of dispenses with the need for combos. It just comes out single powerful swing. Also, it's got overhead, so you can actually use it to hit enemies above you, which is mighty useful. So, Water Grav was actually one of the levels that was not in for the initial early access release. When 30XX first came in early access, it only had 6 stages, and those were the two that were omitted were Dustria, the factory level, and this one. The other 6 were in there, but this one just ended up being my favorite with the way the music is and the stage and everything. Just they really put their work into making this a truly unique and cool environment to run through. Ooh, that's a glory zone. I want to get in there. Get myself some hopefully. Okay, so I want to go up. Let's hit that, and ooh, I almost screwed myself out of some extra. I screwed myself out of the gold there. Let's see how I do this one. Maybe I'll just climb my way up. Or that works too. Immunity and the knockback. Yeah, I'll probably take that. Take that for now. Still got 5 CP. Have not gotten any more Oxjack scores, sadly. Get the face I'll get against this toady though. Oh, was that a shockwave? Can I do shockwaves? I didn't realize that. Okay. Lara just became even cooler. And it's been taken down. Alright, what do I want? Taking damage empowers my next attack, or more core points? Maybe I'll go with more core points. Allow me to equip even more armor pieces. How dare you flip around and evade me? Oh, there we go. Back up. Go back down. Ouch. Good thing I have armor. Got him. Wow, did I get him? Did I? Oops. They got me, though. They got me in exchange. Go up here. Oh. Swing down. Swing bada bada. Yeah, Lara is my favorite of the alternate weapons I can get for Ace, because not only does it eliminate the need for combos, it also has the overhead properties so I can hit enemies above me, which I couldn't do with the sword. Ooh, Speed Hog, sure, why not? Gotta go faster, 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 faster. Ah, I only have 15 nuts, so I can't afford anything here. Wow. Except this. I could just salvage it for no reason, just get 15 nuts. If I had the shop super shop item, I would have gotten this without a second thought, but sadly I'm gonna have to pass on everything here. Alright, let's hope I don't screw it up against Experiment 9. Now that I'm playing as a melee character, I can't just sit back and pelt Experiment 9 full of plasma bullets. Dang it, stay in one place, Experiment 9. Ooh, I almost have his number, though. Oh boy. The Oxjack body plus the resonant body is really helping me. Alright, I get to negate projectiles and reflect them back. So Leviathan for Ace just releases a bomb. He can do a variety of things with it. He can jump off it, he can grapple it. I don't find it and very useful because it requires a lot of setup. So I'll get this one. You can jump out of Ryusei. The fist will finish the fight. Just like Master Chief, so you do that. But the blast will go downwards as normal. You're free to just jump off and do whatever else you need to do. Ooh, excuse me. Could not hit the mute button in time, unfortunately. I think, we'll go to Echo Cave next, because the power Ace gets from this boss is very useful for him. Oh, it did add some new enemies here. Was it just a show up? Alright, is there anything I can do against these ground crawlers here, or do I just have to avoid them? Oh, now you pop up. A moment too late, sadly. The heck? Now we're just like turning into Ori here, just dirt sections which I can go up and down, but there's these crystals here that will impede my path. All very fascinating. I think they said they did update Echo Cave, and I didn't think they would, you know, like this. It does make Echo Cave a bit more unique, I have to admit. Is there anything I can do about those icicle swarms, though? Alright, we're going in here to the glory zone. I do like how this level is just like a mixture of a crystal cave and instruments. You see like the speakers in the background and the tuning forks too. It's a very interesting fusion of themes. Woo! Made it through without a scratch, baby. We have here double jump. Yes, absolutely. I'd actually take off the hover for this. I think the way it works actually is that you double jump first and then you hover, so it's not too bad. Wow. Are you the one that's been sending out these little mini crystals after me? We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. So how do I just... Okay, you leap up and then I gotta smack you before you explode. Alright, alright. I think I got you now. That dash looks really... They'll probably do a pass on that, I imagine, for animations anyway. Well, what'll it be this time? I get 10 armor. That's not worth losing nuts every time I get hit, especially when I'm pretty bereft of nuts as it is. Item rerolls are infinite. Rerolled items are immediately acquired. Don't know about that one. This is interesting. You got like crystal spikes that appear and disappear. Like a whole underground section you can just use to get your way around these enemies if they're not to your liking. Very interesting. I kind of like that. I kind of like that gimmick. Although it's like very fundamentally different from the way the rest of the game goes, but I imagine there are other segments in the game that are kind of like that. So these bosses are pretty straightforward. They just teleport to a location, shoot spikes in multiple directions. Easy enough to avoid. Alright, HP plus 2, 40, also full energy. I could go with 1 extra health. I think I'll go with this one because, you know, more health and energy. Might not need energy, but I can always use more health. We'll move on. I see you there. Dang it! I should have hit it. Oh, that's new. They said they also changed some of the hazards, so... Wow, Laurent. Stab, dodge, stab. Where Chrono Pointer faces the wind seems to be a piece of something. I do have that hourglass. Maybe if I put these two together... Error stir. Has to be intentional, right? Maybe that arrow will change directions when stuff happens. I get the right trigger. Hey, made it up. Even more CP. How many am I at now? 37. Plenty of room for some extra armor parts. Alright. Need that. Man, 29 nuts. I am scrounging for nuts. Bye, Gale. Catch you later. See ya, History Knot. Thanks for stopping by. Wow, even more core points. Did I get this? What stage am I on? Ah, level 5. Yeah, I'll take it. I might need more room. I might need a little extra room for core points. Wonder if they reworked this boss at all. Echo Beast. So far, it doesn't seem like they did. So this boss used to have a phase in which, if you like damaged him enough, he would eventually like do a thing where he would just dash from wall to wall while in a spiky ball form. I think they took it out because he also took reduced damage, so kind of turned into a game of how long. I just turned into a game of like dodge spike ball while waiting for his attack to end. This though, Echo Shell. It's pretty useful because it's kind of like a counter move. So if a projectile hits Ace, I'll just reflect it right back. So it'll come in handy if I need to say, if I'm like jumping in midair and need to suddenly block a projectile. It's useful that way. Okay, I think we'll go to Penumbra next. We are in the back half, level 6. Oh no, what you got? Blackwind Howl calls to you, take stupid. Yep, I've heard this dialogue. And no, definitely not. I am not a fan of 25% damage. That seems like too severe of a penalty for whatever potential reward you might gain from that. If it were like 33% or 50%, I might consider, but not 25. That's way too big of a penalty. Alright, nothing up here. I have to remember I don't have charge magnet this run, so I can't just pick up that nut down there. sadly. Should watch where I drop. Alright. My way down. Oh man. That ground shockwave. It's a game changer for Lara. Like, holy cow. Makes it a lot more viable to use at range. That said, its other properties, the overhead, and then not having to do a combo, still there, still super useful. The shockwave just makes it even better. Wow, just offering up a core AUG right here. Sure, why not? Shot Eraser. Also makes my basic attack a little more... What's this? Time Anchor, rooted firmly in the present, somewhere to return to. Aerstar. Another mysterious AUG. Yeah, I wonder if this is like related to like the end game at all. Like you have to get these 4 AUGs and then get to face a true final boss or something like that. Alright, jump and jump. Realign that mirror. Dang it. Smark. Ooh, I forgot it does the aimed shot afterwards. One thing I like about this level is that the background music kind of changes depending on where you're at, so when you're in the upward section, it has a different, it plays a different section of the song than when you're like other sections. Ooh, nice of them to have a whole ass glory zone right in the middle for me. Let's see how this is done. Okay. I go here, actually. Here. Over. Up. Again. Hey, look at that. Pure platforming. Alright. I guess out of all of these, I'll probably get... Wait, I don't even have... Oh, I got the 1. Yeah, you know what? 14% damage ignoring chance, I'll take it. So there are like 6 core augment sets. Each of them has leg, armor, leg, body, arm, head part. And if you get all 4 of them, you get like a pretty... you get a set bonus, which is usually a substantial one. The set bonuses used to not be in the game, but I think after a certain point they put them in. And there were originally 4, but they later added 2 in later updates. The 4 they had originally were the ones that were in the first 30 in 20XX, and those used to work like the armor parts in Mega Man X, in that you could only equip like 1 head, 1 arm, 1 body, 1 leg part. But they changed it for this game into like the CP system, so each weapon, each core AUG has a certain CP cost, and you can only equip as many parts as you have CP. So that's I think that's like a pretty cool change. So you can say mix and match parts if you want to like get multiple arm parts in and make your basic attack super cool, or equip a bunch of leg parts and have a lot of mobility on the field, or you know, if you're lucky enough to get 2 core sets completed and enough CP to equip them both, you can get like a really powerful, you can get a bunch of set bonuses. So yeah, it's kind of a cool way to expand things out. Since I have Zookeeper's body, maybe I'll get the Vital Crystal here, the repro. Increase my block chance to 18%. Oh, I only have enough for one more, so... Yeah, you know what? I think I can afford to trade in a little max HP for damage, so I'll do that. Only 17 HP maximum, but I have a +2 power and a regular attack. And now it's time to face off against Absolution. And look at this demented preacher. I think we gotta give this guy his last rites. This might be one of my favorite fights in the game, partially because of the music and because it's, it feels like one of the most fair ones, if that makes any sense. Right? It feels like the one that's like most dodgeable, because you know, it gives you enough time to kind of react to the stuff he pulls on you. The patterns are easy enough to figure out on their own. Also, kind of mid-fight thing where you have to face off against the stained glass projectiles throwers here. It's kind of a cool idea. Wow, how much hardier did they make these? I remember these being really easy to take out before. Must have patched their HP at some point. And just one final moment where Absolution just crashes through the stained glass window for round 2. I think that's just a cool moment. It's like he's just, oh my god, I can't believe you defeated my super cool gimmick. Now I'm here to take you out for real. Admittedly, his attack pattern really doesn't change. Kind of does the same stuff still, but, you know, I like the idea at least. There it is. Absolution's death is absolute. So this power here, Enter the Abyss. I think this is the one where you create a shadow clone of yourself. I'm not too much of a fan of it, unfortunately. This passive, not too much of a fan either. HP converted to energy. Might as well get nuts. I'll get some nuts. We'll go to High Vault. Of the two remaining ones, this one has the more useful. Huh, I don't think this place was red tinted before, was it? Am I seeing things? Looks a lot more tinted to me. Also, is it just me or is the music more intense? Oh my god. It's raining lightning and meteors. Yeah, wow. Is this like their amped up version? Is it what they changed now? Later versions might have like a substantially altered version of the stage. Really does give the feeling that, wow, it's real bad over here, Chief. Oh my god, I dashed right into those meteors. Why are there so many meteors? I guess maybe I should read up on the lore for that information. Ah, I actually took damage that one. Is there like anything below? Oh, there's a chest there. Nah, there's no reprieve here, unfortunately. It's all coming down, even inside, even indoors. Yeah, those meteors are coming down a lot more often. It feels like. Ah, glory zone. Maybe this will give me a reprieve. No, it doesn't. I still gotta deal with meteors and lightning while doing platforming on top of all that. Jeez. Alright. Ah, man. No gold medal for me here. Alright. Carefully now. Oxjack's Fury. We're gonna get that. Ah, only need one more. Fortunately, we're close to the end here, so we won't be able to reap the benefits for very long, but let's hope we'll get to do so at least for a moment. I wonder if they specifically put those in on the later stages to kind of discourage just dashing like a maniac like I was back there. Ah. Taking out cannon, lightning cannon rain there. What do I want to get? Power damage won't do much. Nut holding increases damage. Barely holding on to nuts as it is. This won't be as useful. We get Mega Heart. A little extra HP. Do wonders. Alright. Oh, good. They stopped the lightning and the meteors for this section. That's actually real handy. A couple more nuts. Oh boy. I thought I saw a car drop in front there. It was probably just like a line of meteors. What's down here? Ah, definitely worth going down there. Ooh, definitely worth going down there. 25 health is a good sizable amount of health. Allow me to take a couple hits. Oh, nothing down there, so we'll go up. Yeah, nothing that way. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good bamboozlement. See a bunch of swords come down. Just enough time to react to destroy them before they come flying at you. I like that one. It's nice of them to have fewer enemies around, because you're already going to have your hands full with this lightning / meteor rain that's just happening. I wonder if this persists through the boss fight as well. Okay, even this part has it. Wow. Alright, reroll items with nuts if out of rerolls. Nope. Quantum Spook I can't afford. I actually can't afford any of the rest of them, so yeah, we're gonna pass. course, the theme just continues. Huh. Oh, this is different. So what are you supposed to do here? Just follow Omega? Or do we just go forward, perhaps? I can see Omega is taking a more active role now. It's not just trying to run away from you, it's also attacking you, like, rather directly. This is the late stage version of Omega, I have to assume. Actually, a bit of a glow up compared to what Omega is usually. This is kind of neat, I have to admit. Go down. The boss is down there. Whoops. Alright, now what? Oh. Just eliminates itself, I guess. You reach the end, you know how this goes. You win. Interesting. Interesting change. Imbued Chronovein, an ancient tool. Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. It's because I collected these parts. This is why High Vault changed, didn't it? And maybe that's why I reached the High Vault stage with these items and drastically changed. I wonder if every stage does that, or if it's just High Vault. Five odd shards glistening with power. Wow. I think I might have unlocked another tier. I did see there was another currency on the hub world. In any case, let's go to deep first now and see how that has changed. Not really. Real good thing I got the double jump. Gotta be careful, I only have 10 health. Need some more pronto. Going down. If I should go down some more, I should just go right. Yeah, I'll just go right. I'll go left. My curiosity is getting the better of me. Oh, that was probably worth it. Thankfully I didn't take any hits, so the HP was completely worth it. Oh, I thought those were enemies, but nope, it's just stage hazards. Where do I want to go? This way, up and down and all around. Alright. Slow slide. Slide, baby. Ooh. Okay. Did not expect that. Definitely want that health upgrade there, at least for the health, immediate health. Not the one that comes later. Why did I dash through that? I should have just waited. I think it was because I thought those last two would cross, but it didn't. Ooh, it's in this very safe lab. Nope. I'm not disabling my attack, not when I've got all this good stuff on me. Jeez. Alright. Made it through somehow. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, I almost slipped there. This again. Like, they even got the wall kicks right. The wall kicking feels exactly like you would expect it to feel in Mega Man X, so that's remarkable in and of itself. I think it's said this plenty of times already, but I think they've nailed the controls and everything wonderfully. Did not mean to dash that far. I think this is the curse of a lot of speed-ups. Dang it. Come down. Thought for sure you would have been destroyed by now. Come on. There we go. Oh man, I'm swimming in HP. If only I had... If only it were filled. Oh well. Legacy is still a pretty easy boss even if you encounter him late, so... hopefully I won't have too much trouble with him. Ow. Wonder if that was worth it. Probably not. Or maybe it will be, if that gave me just enough nuts for whatever bugs I might encounter in a potential end game store. I think the block procced. Hey, that rhymed. Nothing up there, so we're gonna move on. I wonder what's up there. I bet it's like some really sweet grapes. Oh, even better, a gauntlet. Just in time for the final level. I guess there's no glory zone here, though. Which means we will not get any completed core sets, sadly. Oh wow, those upgraded smiley face balls can ground pound. You know, I remember there being like a really old game that was like a first-person shooter, but everyone was like a smiley face. I remember that being like weird to me. Perhaps a little unsettling as well. I think I remember it was like on a bunch of platforms, so I remember seeing it was for the Game Boy. Myself get cornered. Yeah, my core augs are on. They should get some health proc at some point, right? Whew. Good thing that block procced twice, so I still have my armor. Boy, I really hope I can find some good augs in the end level shop. I think that's what they had in one of the updates, where Stage 8 is always guaranteed to have a shop. So no matter where you are, you'll have your opportunity to spend whatever excess nuts you might have. Which I can appreciate. Even if you only get to use them on like the Stage 8 boss, you at least get a chance to utilize any nuts you might have remaining and not have them go to waste. Does the health restore rocked at all? One more. Face off against whatever Resonator boss this might be. A lot of snake enemies in this section. Alright, who are you doing? Ah, leg parts guy. I might actually like this one if I can take him out. Oh. He's gonna dash a bunch of times. And there we are. Increases the effectiveness of all leg cores. That 1, 2, 3, or 1. Okay, I guess they changed it. It's now. Oh, I do jump higher with the double jump, but also hover is faster and lasts longer. That's handy. Alright. Cannot have drop down there. I wonder if the final game will have like an achievement for just jumping into a pit of spikes. Like how Dead Cells has an achievement for like ground pounding into a pit of spikes. I always found that amusing. I like it when when the game has like achievements that kind of take a jab at you for doing a thing, like when you jump into a pit of spikes, or say one in Ratchet and Clank where you get eaten by a pool shark, which can only happen if you try to go out of bounds of the world. Things like that I find amusing. I might actually get this one because it's even more health. I'm gonna need every little bit I can get. Spend 55 for a Thorned Hull. And then blow the rest for some health. There we go. 24 HP to take on Legacy. Also 1 armor. Here goes nothing. Oh. Good thing this Sparks came out in the pattern, I was able to avoid them. So yeah, that's the other thing Legacy can do. Just draws all the drones around it, and then slowly makes its way to you. Still not very much of a threat. Yeah, I still got plenty of health. I think I'll be okay. These drones, though, are pretty hardy. I'm gonna try to take them out before Legacy goes into dread mode. There we go. 1 down, 2 to go. 2 down. There we go. So now Legacy's in desperation mode. All that's left is just smash my hammer in the Legacy's face until it finally gets devirtualized. Job's done. Consider yourself terminated, Legacy. Blueprint, reversal device. Is this for a time machine? A yoink. I am curious about this now. But for now, we've hit the early access and now we're at the end. Glory is mine. Slain by nothing. Woo! Hello. Hello, Milosh357. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Welcome. Alright. Oh, there's an exclamation point above your head now. Hey, you found a blueprint. Neat. Gimme. Huh. It's called a rev device. Where do you get this? How are you? I'm doing pretty well. Weekend's been pretty smooth, pretty calm so far. I'm enjoying this awesome game here. How are you? Looks like a time machine, but A, that's impossible, and B, it needs a whole bunch of weird components to make it work. These designs are in Ellie's writing. I know she designed this, but I have no idea why. Ellipses. Guess there's nothing to do but build it. We can get all philosophical about why it exists later. Looks like we're going to need chaotic entropy, which seems to be some sort of glitch accumulation manifestation. Essence of a sealed hero, which seems pretty specific. A linkage map, not well described. Linking what, Ellie? I'm doing good today. I'm a little bit tired. Oh, man. Long day, I'm guessing. He's always been terrible at documentation. Moving on. An anchor imbued with a powerful event from our history. That's it. You're after some kind of entropy, your own essence, some kind of map, and an anchor. Bring me that stuff and I'll build you the device. Huh. No idea what it does yet, but at least if we build it, you'll have the option of using it. Oh! Thank you for the follow, Milush. Good luck. Well, I guess, that's that, huh? Chronovane, it burns with the heat that devastated our planet 800 years ago. Now you've seen it firsthand. This convinced Ellie we were beyond saving. I respectfully disagree. I think I'm worth saving. Great work. Eh. Interesting. I know entropy comes from here. This is like the challenge mode where you can add stipulations to your run. Things like, say, make levels longer. Well, that does not contribute to entropy level, but things like healing is less effective, shops prices go up, cores and powers can't be changed mid-level, more damage, much faster, timer, all that stuff. So it looks like they've made entropy a requirement to come to the end game now, which I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. I do like these new icons for all these ones too. They kind of have there's a cool look to them. Reminds me of like old inventory icons from like the SNES/Genesis era. I wonder if they added any upgrades here though. Doesn't look like anything too substantial would appear. Oh, overclock. Your auto tank can be reused. You know what? Let's get that. Yeah, A to unleash power. But Like I've maxed out everything else. Start with 5 nuts per rank. Overclock. Wow, even more cash. Looks like you can't overclock. Okay, only certain ones can be overclocked. I guess that's an incentive to go on runs with restrictions. So I get my butt kicked, even if I like activate one of them. It's like the base game is pretty crazy enough. Why am I here? Bold of you to ask. I'm looking for something. I'll let you know if I find it. Thanks for that. Does anyone remember Dynamo? He's a guy that like appeared in X5, X6. Was your archetypical cool, mysterious fella. He's clearly got his own goals. Only showed up in those games and then never shows up again. It's like a plot that they tried to start and then dropped. I always wondered what direction they were gonna go with Dynamo, but we will never know now. You have actually a decent selection of Augs here, but I think I'm going to end it on a win today. We're gonna conclude the run here. This has been a look at another look at 30XX. I like the direction they're going with this. They've changed things a lot. Definitely the challenge definitely does not come from anymore from like floods of enemies like it used to. Now enemy placements are trickier, but they're a lot more manageable since you have fewer targets to deal with. You're not getting overwhelmed by enemies. You actually have to, be good at platforming and dodging. And I kind of like the idea of Delta and concept, though I feel like maybe some of his challenges might be a bit too restrictive. I'll probably never take the one where you lose nuts every time you get hit, or the one where your weapons deal 25% damage, because that feels way too restrictive. But the other ones are kind of a cool addition. And this Chrono Veil thing that I just started on, I'm curious to see where they'll take it from here. Anchor, Soul of a Hero, and a linkage map. I do wonder what those other things, where those other things will show up. But that will be a question that we'll find the answers for next time. Yeah, that will do it for 30XX. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow to play the video game version of Splendor. It's like a gem trading card game. I'm curious to see how that goes. I think I played the tabletop version, like maybe once before. So I'm eager to see what this entails. So yeah, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Or later today, depending on where you are. Bye!